Okay, now we are here. We just said, no. This is so raised in the section of the patience. So, said 3 Dharma Road, 94, yeah, proscribed and 3 religions robes. Now next, 86, verse 86. The body used to practice a sacred Dharma teaching, sacred teachings, should not be harmed in meaningless pursuit. By acting thus, the wishes of all beings will swiftly and completely be attained. So here what it's saying is in a Bodhisattva's practice, there's so much emphasis of giving. And they will tell you also the Bodhisattvas who gave their life, their body to others. So everybody should inspire this practice, you know. Then he said, be careful. You should practice accordingly what you can, you know. So he said, the body is precious in life. In this precious life, where excellent opportunity to rid of all causes of suffering and to collect or gather all the causes of this life, and especially to free from samsara and to attain complete Buddha. So, used to practice should not be harmed in meaningless pursuit. Do not start harming it for small and concrete benefit. You can do so much. You can perfect bodhicitta. It is human. No? So, by acting thus, the wishes of all of you. So, through this practice, by perfecting bodhicitta step by step, more than giving your body, you can benefit so many sentient beings. So will swiftly and completely be attained to Buddhahood and benefit countless sentient beings. Maybe this way is good. Yeah.
Continue.
Verse for verse is okay.
Yeah.
So that I remember, otherwise keep going. 87. They should not give up their bodies, whose compassionate thoughts are not yet pure, but let them be surrendered when, both now and in their future lives. Great benefit is thereby gained. So again here also saying the importance, understanding what occasion you give the body to others. So here, whose compassionate thoughts are not yet pure means who have not actualized the emptiness. Everything in their nature is empty. We are not making empty. Now this is very clear. The modern, the quantum physics theory in the science. It's not religious proof. It's not just something belief proof, but scientifically, everything dust particles, everything's their nature is empty. Because you to investigate, first of all, step by step, and at the end you don't find anything is exist independently. And then practically as well, the great practitioners, including Buddha in the past, like Milarepa, they all have realized the nature of the complete emptiness. Here in Buddhist, emptiness is not just a theory, no, it's just proved, but it's something experienced. It is something that wisdom now gives you great comfort, fearlessness, see, no, and then you have no fear of the samsara, because the nature of the fear is also empty. So that's the very important point. So until you realize the nature of the emptiness, see, emptiness here again you understand. There's nothing, but within emptiness manifests everything. Yet everything dissolves into emptiness. Or in other words, nothing is different from emptiness. That all phenomena that exist, you see. So that kind of realization come through the meditation practice, step by step, you see. That's why in the Vajrayana, daily yoga practice, first you manifest from emptiness, and then do all the purification practices within that, and at the end dissolve into emptiness, manifest from emptiness, dissolve into emptiness. So this is the practice that we should do. As earlier mentioned, now theoretically proved, it's wonderful, it's good, but there's no practical benefit. So to have the practical benefit, then we have to practice. So he's saying, until you experience that kind of emptiness, nothing exists independently. So at that time we are holding ourselves, mind, very real and very painful. Suffering is real, and I cannot tolerate suffering. So at such kind of situation, so you don't give your body to others. Maybe you can give whole. So I will sleep. No, so I'll be your slave. I will work for you. I give your body to you, so you can give me all the work to do. That may be possible, but you cannot put into pieces and give to others. It's not possible, because our pain is so real, it's excruciating. Then you will find at the end, now Bodhisattva's practice is not possible for me. It's not for me, So there's danger to give up. See, so to free from that kind of danger or in other words, a great obstacle for your Bodhisattva practice. So first, you should be very careful. I think last time I was giving example. If you find a medicine, a very precious medicine, small tree, first you don't use it, but let it grow. To grow that small tree, you need such a kind of care. Make a lot of fences and protect to harming from others, Let grow a giant tree. When the tree becomes so big, then it's free. And then from the tree, the trunk, the leaves, the flowers, the fruits can benefit so many people. Likewise, Bodhisattva. A Bodhisattva, let grow your bodhicitta practice, step by step. Build the strength, When it's become mature and realize the emptiness, and then as in the Heart Sutra, the form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Like that, practice back and forth, totally, then you have no fear. You realize your body is nature of emptiness. And your pain is emptiness. No, there's a pain, but no, you have no fear at all, So in such case, then you can practice giving the body. So until then, so be careful. So say, not yet pure, see, but say, let them be surrenders when, practice step by step, and surrender where your levels are. You accept where you are, don't pretend you're highly realized, but be practical where you are, and then now you get much benefit. Then you in the future, through this, your inspiration, your kind of strength, step by step, when you follow, then can benefit so many sentient beings, see, future lives. Great benefit is there by gains. This is Nurjita Sunggun very carefully explained about that. He said, a beginner Bodhisattva, just cherish your bodhicitta. Don't try to give up your body. You may face obstacles, give up bodhicitta. And that's unfortunate. So, some other teachers, Jita Sungha doesn't know how to explain bodhicitta practice, He knows, he explained so carefully for us, So we need such kind of great guidance, Even before we forget it, giving the body, even we're giving this food, I cannot give to you all, I want to eat. So look at the practical approach, where you are, and then think about it, then practice from there. 88 verse. Here, now this section is actually, we should know that it describes the Shila, the discipline of when you practice Dharma. So how to discipline yourself. Because of that, here when you receive Dharma, we should receive Dharma with a respectful, with a pure mind, and humble ourselves. Reduce our ego, the pride. So this is basically the meaning here. Now, do not teach the Dharma to the disrespectful, because not much benefit. Reason is that, because that person will have not proper vessel to receive the precious Dharma teachings. So you have to receive Dharma with respectful. So they say, what do you mean that, why I should respect the Dharma, I'm okay, I don't need Dharma, I don't need any religion, So such kind of is just wasting your time and their time, you see. So then, to those who, though not sick, wrap clothes around their heads. If somebody who is sick, and need those things to wear their head, also, wrap your neck, it's okay because you're sick, to protect from that. But with kind of showing of your pride, dignities, those things, so it's not helpful. And to those who carry weapons, a man with weapons, full of pride, arrogance, like that, and staffs or parasol, sitting on the high throne. To those who are wood cover hats, wrapped with a cloth, wearing hats like this. So it's showing, at that time now, it's a sign of some kind of as mentioned, arrogance or pride, and not listening to the Dharma carefully. Later will come how to receive Dharma teachings, as in the jewel ornament of liberation mentioned. That the Dharma teacher, a spiritual master, as a physician, and a listener who receiving Dharma as a patient, and patient, and Dharma as a medicine, and you are listening to Dharma, putting into your heart. It's like a kind of saying, getting healed, getting benefit. So with this kind of proper manner is necessary. Just saying that, Verse 89, to those upon the lower path, do not explain the vast and deep. So this is, first of all, Buddha gave teachings, come later as well, according to the needs of the individuals. See, this is very important. So when Buddha gave teachings, Buddha no need to judge anybody. You are wrong or right. Buddha knows exactly what that individual needs directly. So he gave teachings according to the needs of that individual to purify their mind and to relate to the teachings and to free from samsara, eventually to attain Buddha. So now, when Buddha gave those teachings at that time, so vast, and when you collect the teachings, then there comes, this is very vast teaching, this is very profound teachings, or this is very for the beginners. A lot of those things happened, So, since we are not Buddha, individuals who are just surviving step by step, so there's, those individuals here saying, who doesn't have good understanding, so should not give vast, profound teaching. Say, who are struggling, grasping everything, So then you say, everything is empty. I say, what? Then you're scared, afraid. If everything's empty, what's the meaning of life? Then they give up Dharma teachings. Or some are just surviving themselves. And you give the Buddha's teaching so vast. And said, it is out of me. I'm not ready yet. I give up. These things can happen. So for that reason, to say here saying, to those upon the lower paths, do not explain the vast and deep. No tutor woman unaccompanied by men. Now this we happen other time as well before. This is strictly talking to the man, Now those are women teachers. If there's a woman teacher, then say no tutor man unaccompanied by woman. See, you just stand out. You see, to protect your mind, basically, from attachment, from desire, from those things. And every Dharma, high or low, he's now saying, high means profound, deep, and low means very beginner. All Dharma teachings say expound with the equal reverence. You respect all the Buddha's teaching, even one word. You have to respect the teachings equally. Don't treat this is lower, I trash. This is high, I cherish. So that is not wise. Because all the Buddha's words is words of wisdom, All the Buddha's teaching came out with the Buddha's wisdom, compassion to the needs of the individuals. No, in the Buddha's teaching, there's nothing to trash except to practice. Right from the beginning, you develop the Buddha's wisdom, step by step, until you become Buddha. So say, respect all the words of the Buddha's teaching. Don't treat, no, don't judge. This is for the lower Hinayana teaching. No, so we don't need those Mahayana, So all the teachings have to respect. This, I think, is very important. Sometimes we have that tendency, we are Vajrayana practitioners. And those are Hinayana, so they put you in the lower place. Say here it says so, kind of carefully explained. And Teaching would mention exactly the same. No, we should be free from the dogmatic and doctrines. Sometimes it's a Buddhist doctrine. It's not a doctrine. It's the path. It's the method to grow step by step. Like a child, 1 year's child, 1 year child, 5 years child, like the growing. So until you're grown up, it's a process, it's a step. All are necessary. It's just growing to our mind. Verse 90, those suited to the teachings of great scope should not be introduced to lesser paths. So this, as earlier mentioned. Now, those who have well-established understanding and practice of the Bodhisattva's training, they should not introduce for individuals' liberation. This is related to the mental capacity, you see. Nothing to the teachings, you see. So we have to explain about the Bodhisattva's path, the vast, the profound, introduce, encourage, develop, see. So it should not be introduced to the lesser path. The rules of conduct should not neglect. So rule of the conduct is a discipline. It's a shila. So now there's as a Vajrayana practitioner, there's a saying, the outer is Vinaya, the inner is a Bodhisattva, the secret is the Vajrayana. This means physically all this you practice, say, 10 virtue. Avoid all the 10 non-virtues, so forth, as in Vinaya explained. Internally, cherish the bodhicitta. No, your interest, the benefit sentient beings, is something impeccable. Something so important. Cherish that practice of bodhicitta. And secretly in Vajrayana, a rising stage, a completion stage, practice those. So those all will help in the path to purify all our obscurations, negative karma. And once more purified and better, there's a chance for the realization to reveal our inner mind. So that's what it's saying. The rules of conduct should not neglect. Sometimes we say, I'm a Vajrayana practitioner and Vinaya is not necessary. And that's a mistake. All the virtues should be practiced. All the non-virtues, whatever level, need to be purified. See? Then, no lead astray with the talk of sutra and mantras. Means not deceive others. We with the sutras and mantras means, so this is very profound sutra, no? So other things are not necessary. You just say this, read this text, and you are well off. But this mantra is so powerful. This mantra is more powerful than any other mantras. It's enough for you. Without realizing what is necessary underneath. No, so say here, that what exactly? No, sometimes we follow that. No, so we should not be that. Whatever profound teachings, still you need to understand. You need to practice it. Just chanting itself is not enough. Sometimes we say Vajrakata, Vajrakata, Tamil Sutra is so powerful. You read once a day and you are just guaranteed free from samsara. Without relate to our delusions. All those profound teachings are designed to cut our delusions. If they work, then wonderful. If they don't work, doesn't matter how profound they are. So this is Shantideva has such great wisdom, teaching this so carefully. All the profound, powerful, law teachings, everything should be practiced accordingly. At the end, purify all our mental obscurations. So she's encouraging that. As I mentioned, this is not a religion training. This is something practical approach. The cause of suffering, what we have, now need to be purified, so that our desire for peace and happiness is just there, without expectation. Okay, now time flies. First, please take a deep breath. Inhale fully. And exhale while all are stressed. Relax our body and mind. Just little reflect this morning. Now, steps that we took. So just reflect if there any make sense. It was helpful or not helpful. Just reflect. By reflecting on these, if they are useful, if it makes sense, you appreciate, rejoice. If it reinforces your understanding, again reflect and keep in the mind. Now I understood this, some of those teachings. It has been very helpful. Now I will put it into practice, step by step. So we just appreciate, rejoice. And it's very important, we should remind ourselves, we always appreciate, rejoice, feel happy about the wisdom of the Buddha. No, it is how to free from the suffering, special cause of suffering, and eventually to free from samsara. So there is a reason why we should appreciate, feel happy, fortunate, you see. Sometimes they say, oh, Dharma practice is very hard, Actually, Dharma practice is so joyful. So we should practice Dharma joyfully. It is what is designed for. Okay, please open our prayer booklet, page 37. We have very short dedication prayer that I will say this. Page 37. By the virtues collected in the three times, by myself, all beings in samsara nirvana, and by the innate root of virtues, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, completely perfected, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of Rinpoche Rinpoche, all-knowing Dharma Lord, who sees all phenomena, Master of dependent origination, be upheld until the end of samsara by instructions and practices through study, contemplation, and meditation. Okay, thank you so much. Have a break for lunch.